We want to invite you into the world that has changed our lives, our physical beings, our physical health. And we're going to launch Podcast Twins Carnivore Month of January 2026.
I'm excited because we're going to help a lot of people with this.
When you start eating like this, it's going to create an intermittent fasting in you. Doesn't happen immediately because the meat satiates you so much. The fats within that meat, you will not be hungry for a snack.
Podcast Twins, we are in the Twin Cave again, Vince.
Yes, indeed, we are.
Good to be here, but I'm really excited about more cooking episodes.
Man, listen, you know what? Before we get started, y'all already know.
Listen to Vince.
I want to go ahead and thank those who have already clicked subscribe. But for those who haven't, I want you to go ahead and take this opportunity. Click subscribe. Thank you to all of our followers and subscribers in Facebook, which done amazing. We're well into the thousands of those. We're approaching 1,000 in YouTube, so please help us get to that 1,000 subscribers. And TikTok is doing well. Instagram is doing well. Hell, even Threads is doing okay. I never even knew what that was until this.
We might have posted one thing on X.
Once.
Ever, maybe
twice.
So
anyway, but hey, I want you guys to do that. Click subscribe because I promise you this 2026 is going to be one hell of a year. We're going to have more fun. We're going to have more education. We're going to have more tips and tricks. We're going to have more on location spots. Damn it, this is going to be a good year, brother.
We're going to help your mental health. We're going to help your physical health. We're going to help your financial health.
That's it. And that's why we're a health show.
And speaking of health,
okay,
January is something important.
January is going to be extremely important because we have, first of all, we eclipsed the whole more than a year doing these episodes. So we talked about it first. We didn't know if we was going to make 3 episodes. Here we are now with 55 episodes launched out here, well over a year.
Vince just lied to you because I told him 90% of podcasts don't make it past 3 episodes, and he's like, "We're gonna shoot that the first day." So don't listen to that lie. That was bull crap.
Yeah.
From my brother. Yeah. He just totally lied to you. Listen, he takes it back.
I was trying to be, humble.
He's bullshitting you. He said we are gonna shoot way more than that, and I was like, "Well, 90% of those don't make it past 20 episodes," and he's like, "That's nothing. That's nothing. That's a few months, no problem."
Literally for us, 20 episodes did not even take us 4 months. We was anyway.
Well, he could confidently say that to me because he knew I believed him.
Right, but it had to be humble to the world. But anyway, we got something based off of the numbers that we have had on our page this year. We decided to involve you guys a lot more. Because as he said, we want to take care of your mental and your physical health. We'll talk finances later, but this is about the mental and physical. We want to invite you into the world that has changed our lives, our physical beings, our physical health. And we're going to launch a carnivore month. Podcast Twins Carnivore Month of January 2026.
I'm excited because we're going to help a lot of people with this. I am pumped. And I did, by the way, we talked about this. We did give the option if you want to do keto or carnivore keto and stick with us.
Yeah.
And we're open to other challenges that you want to challenge yourself. And the hope is that we don't just wind up doing this for 1 month. This is just a Kickstarter.
It's the kickstart
to change the lifestyle.
Right. And what our goal is here is to just get those that have been inquisitive about it. We want to give you the support to do it for 1 month. See how you feel. Evaluate it. You can do anything for a month. So that's what we're trying to do is get you exposed to this. And yes, keto is amazing. Carnivore is amazing. But why are they both amazing? Because they both eliminate the processed foods, the sugars, the flours, and the bad oils. Both of those programs eliminate that. So we support all of that. And as a matter of fact, y'all know I call myself Keto-Carnivore all day.
All the time. So, and let's go basics. Give us the basics of carnivore.
Okay.
Give us the basics of keto/keto carnivore, because
Okay.
I don't know that I fully understand it.
Okay.
I know there's no bread and no potatoes in either.
None of that.
But like, obviously there's the lion version of carnivore, which is just red meat.
Right.
We're not going to ask people to do that
No.
necessarily. Then there's the Vince Bell definition of carnivore, which is if it had parents,
that's right.
eat it.
That's right.
And we'll leave eating humans out of that, hopefully.
Right.
But but you know, if it
If it's
swam,
animal,
if it ran, if it flew, and you get the idea. Go to Wild Fork, get a bunch of meat. Do what Vince and I are doing and buy a whole cow and split it with 3 friends.
That's right.
We still need one more friend.
Still need one more.
But
so
let's talk about, before we get to keto, let's talk about the prep and the snacks, and because that's the question I get most asked at the beginning of, what do you eat in between? What do you eat when, you know, what about fats? What about this? What about So let's go there first, and then we'll go keto after that.
All right. So when you start eating like this, it's going to create an intermittent fasting in you. It
doesn't happen immediately.
It doesn't happen immediately, but it eventually will, because the meat satiates you so much. The fats within that meat satiate you so much. You will not be hungry for a snack. Right. Your mind may say, I'm used to having a snack, but your body is not going to need it. And I got a very simple answer to that. If you want a snack on the exact same thing you was eating on, you know. So if you want to have, let's say you got a big old ribeye, maybe chop off 3 or 4 little slices and keep those to the side, and that would be your beef jerky, you know. But again, believe me when I tell you, eventually after a couple of weeks, you won't want to snack. You'll be so satisfied and so satiated.
So,
but in the meanwhile,
let's talk about 2 things that helped me when I was a snacker.
Okay.
So when I first started the carnivore, January of 2024.
Okay.
So not quite 2 years ago yet.
Almost.
When I first started it, I wanted something salty and crunchy still.
Okay.
And I didn't want to eat stuff out of a box or a bag. We've already talked about that at length. If you want to go back and watch me read ingredients that I can't pronounce, that's episode number 3, I believe, or 2.
That was early.
That was way early.
Yeah.
I think it was the second one. So one thing I did, and I told Heather this when she was asking me a lot of questions about how to do it, is that I would make extra. If I'm cooking bison or elk or deer or turkey or fish, maybe not fish so much because I don't like leftover fish, but if it's anything but fish, I would make extra.
Okay.
And then I would stick it in the fridge, and that would be my meat and eggs, or meat and bacon, or meat.
Right.
And the other thing that I did is I found the chicken skin.
Yes.
And I found the pork skin.
Pork skin was that, but again, so you're really now with the skins, you're sliding more towards keto.
Totally understand that.
Yeah.
But if you need some ways around that snack fix at the beginning, I think this is the better way to do it than eating fruit.
Absolutely.
Or eating potatoes.
I'm not opposed to fruit later.
And we'll get to that with keto, and I understand that. But I did weave fruit back in after doing carnivore at the beginning, and I did weave vegetables back in, mostly green leafy ones.
Okay.
And all of that together, I mean, it's been almost 2 years. Now, I gained about 10 pounds in Vegas because I went off carnivore. I'll be honest with you guys, I went completely off carnivore. I ate bread. I ate a ton of sourdough, more than you should. I ate chocolate, peanut butter, cannolis, and I ate many of them.
Awesome.
And I'll tell you what, man, I felt it though.
I
felt it.
Yeah. Rogan was talking about that the other day. He was like, man, you know, I love pastas. I love this. He said, I love it and I eat it, but then I feel like crap the next day. But he's like, you know, again, we're human. We are creatures of habit. If we grew up doing this, you know, eating bad, you're going to have a taste for it. Or at least you'll get back in that environment and want to sample it. And again, we talked about sampling in the past. I would just encourage you to try that first week to stay as close to not
Strictly eating.
strictly just for a week. So the downside to it, um, because your body's used to carbohydrates and all of these other stuff and all these bad oils and things, it's amazing. The body starts to want to purge once you give it the good foods, uh, especially if you're doing strict carnivore. Don't trust the fart.
We're the podcast twins. I'm Drew. That's Vince. Gold and silver aren't just history, they're security. That's why we partner with Miles Franklin.
And if you just call 952-929-7006 or email them at info@milesfranklin.com, tell them that the podcast twin sent you. You'll get preferred pricing and you'll get very well taken care of by them.
Real talk, real value, Miles Franklin.
Okay? Don't trust the fart for the first few days. Trust me when I tell you, but that is going to go away very, very soon.
Vince just said never trust a fart.
Don't
Guys.
trust the fart because the listen.
I mean, that might just be good advice for life, right?
Well, no, I mean because if you're having all of these other things with these fibers and all this other crap, it creates air and you can go ahead and have some fun flatulence. But when you don't, when your body purges all of that old stuff out, and now you have nothing but this good meat and fats going in, it takes a little bit of time to convert because it's trying to convert to using the fat for fuel. And so as it's making that conversion and pushes it out, you might be like, oh, I feel a little half down bubble. And you go, it might be a shard. So
did you just say the meat feels good as you put it in? You didn't
no,
say
I did
that,
not
right?
say that.
Okay, I
No,
thought I might have
don't know
heard
where you
wrong.
heard
Right.
that. Pause.
Anyway.
But as it starts to happen, but really that's the only downside. The upside to it is you're going to start feeling almost awesome immediately. Like literally, once you get past the mental, the psychology of not eating garbage and eating all day, it's gonna go away really, really fast. And then you're gonna put on that pair of pants that following Monday, and you're gonna say, "Damn." Already, it literally within the first week you'll feel it,
And that's what Chris's experience was when
Yeah.
we talked about his experience with it. And one of the things that he said helped him, and I want to talk about this with you, is the addiction piece of it, right? I had to realize when I started this thing, and it helped him for me to articulate this to him,
Okay.
is I am addicted to all the chemicals and sugar
Absolutely.
that I'm eating on a daily, sometimes multiple times a day
Absolutely.
basis. The candy has sugar and chemicals. The chips and pretzels and all that stuff has sugar and chemicals. And it's designed literally to keep you wanting more of it. And it took 3 weeks, 3 full weeks, for me to not want that anymore.
Yeah.
Which is why I was talking about throwing in maybe a healthy fat. And again, I'm leading into keto on purpose accidentally. But tell us what we can eat if let's say, and I know we'll talk about more the benefits for women because we'd love to have more women.
Absolutely.
We have like 12 people that we told about this before we launched the episode, and they're all men and they all jumped in. But the women, I've had some pushback, right? Pushback on doing only carnivore, even pushback on doing keto because they love their breads.
Yeah.
Maybe they like wine or beer.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a challenge, right? That's the whole point.
It is a challenge.
So let's talk about that, Vince. Let's talk about the addiction and why it's good for women. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's get in.
Wow. The addiction part is the food, the stuff that they're calling foods out here. It's
Drugs.
It's literally designed to make you want more. That's why it takes so long for it to hit your stomach and then send the signal to your head that you're full. You can overeat that stuff so fast, but I guarantee you can't overeat a 50-ounce steak. You're gonna stop because your body's gonna say, boom, because it stops. It communicates with the body that much faster. When you start mixing foods, you can actually eat a lot more. You can overeat. Now, So the addiction part is, listen, and you may experience headaches because your body is truly addicted to this thing. I mean, you're gonna be out here like Pookie, man. That shit be calling me Scotty. It's bad. So you will have withdrawals like that. But again, easiest thing that I used to do in the beginning of it was to stay busy. So if you're busy, you'll kind of work through that. Work in your yard, shovel the snow if you will, but do something where you're physical moving and you're not sitting in front of the TV, because that will make you want to snack. And again, like he says, it's going to take you a little while to really break those habits. Coffee helped me out tremendously. I'm a coffee drinker. You guys know that, but that caffeine helped me out tremendously. And when I was doing strictly carnivore and I wasn't really going for the extra fats, because I usually put heavy cream in there because from the keto side of the world, um, I would just do black. And so if I couldn't do, um, but I didn't have sugar. If I needed sugar, which I don't, but I would have stevia, liquid stevia, or the packaged stevias,
What about
and
honey?
just a little bit. I didn't do that, but now I would.
Okay.
I would, but I would, going after my body has converted.
Okay. So for the 31 days of carnivore,
I
you,
would say
Vince
no.
Bell, are going to go straight carnivore.
Yeah.
Real carnivore,
Real.
meat only,
Yeah.
no chicken skins even?
No.
The healthy fats are okay for you.
I'm sticking
Okay.
keto carnivore.
Okay.
But I'm not going to, because y'all know I'm 85-15. I'm probably going to be 98 too, as far as that's concerned, but for the entire month, because I really want to see and I really want to share with everybody what the real result is being strict for just a month. If anybody watched the Rogan episode when he did it for a month, it was extremely impressive.
So we're going to do that.
So yeah, I'm going to kind of go with that whole function. But yes, I will have certain items that would be considered keto friendly. So I would not probably include like avocados. I love avocados, but those are healthy fats. But I would probably shy away from that. I would probably have maybe a sprinkle of cheese or two, but not mountains of cheese that I would normally have if I was really doing just straight up keto carnivore. I'm going to try to stick to as close to the meat and eggs as possible.
And we're going to share with you what we're eating
every day.
We're going to tell you exactly how to make stuff in our cooking episodes. We're going to support you as well as we possibly can. We're going to have a Facebook group. We're going to have a WhatsApp group. It'll be in the links below. If you need help with it, reach out. If you want, if you're feeling weak one day and you want to eat a piece of pecan pie,
I'm here for you.
We'll stop you.
Yeah.
We'll slap it out of your hand virtually. Can we do that?
Well, yeah, because
all right, good.
Well, because what we'll tell you is something to the effect of that same pie will be there next month. So if you just got to have it,
it'll be there tomorrow.
Work on delayed gratification.
Okay.
Same thing we talk about these punk ass kids. They don't have delayed gratification because everything is instant. So we're trying to help you to delay that gratification. We're not telling you can't have it. I'm just asking you to wait until February to have it.
Well, we already got Dr. Harley Boffchevre in there. We already got Dr. Thelma Tenney in there.
Yep.
We got Carter, who's our first, let's say, teenage participant, which he's already had great results eating healthy, but we're going to challenge him to go straight carnivore.
Yeah. So you mentioned women.
Yes.
And so I want to kind of dive into that.
Dr. Tenney's our first woman participant, by the way.
And she's already had her own amazing results.
Already lost 100 pounds.
Already lost over 100 pounds. And I'm hoping, she said she wanted to lose those 20. I'm hoping we help her to do that.
Get her at least halfway there.
In this process. So the benefits of women doing keto carnivore style eating. Wow, because obviously that, like they say, every woman is 4 women in one, right? So each week your body changes. That hormonal cycle, and I don't care how old you are.
There it is, anti-women. We're done.
No, you kidding me?
I'm joking.
That is wonderful. But they have those cycles of the hormones that's inside. those women that have experienced going keto, but especially going carnivore, they realized if they were premenopausal, their hot flashes almost evaporated, just went completely away. No hot flashes. Their moods were more steady because you're not the body is not.
And this is from carnivore or keto?
This was reported from carnivore.
Carnivore, okay.
Keto definitely has great results because they also, it works with the fats. So the difference between carnivore and keto basically is keto, you have higher healthy fats, higher. You do it on purpose versus you just eating the fats that come in the meat with the carnivore. So you're still operating off fats, but you're having a little bit more protein to fat ratio versus protein to fat ratio on keto. But yes, women, it really helps regulate energy, helps regulate the cycles. If you're premenopausal, it helps with the hot flashes. So, and then it helps to add muscle to your frame. You're never going to look like a bodybuilder. You do not produce enough testosterone, but you do produce some testosterone, which is why even as the whole menopausal thing is going right now, there's a lot of studies coming out that's going to probably help women do more testosterone replacement therapy, but that's a whole different story, whole different show. But this one is definitely going to help you lean out. And I don't know one woman that don't want to lose 10 pounds. I don't know one.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, pretty much every woman I know thinks that they are more weight than they need.
I don't care how fine they are. They can sit around there. They still like, you know what? I can lose
75 pounds, 6 feet tall, doesn't matter.
Still
I can
lose
3 pounds.
3 pounds.
Yeah, of course.
So here's a great way to do it because you're not adding the sugar. You're not having the bad seed oils. You're not having, you're cooking your meat in butter. You're cooking or on the grill preferably, but you're going to use healthy oils and healthy fats that's going to replace all of the bad crap that you eat. That drawer you got at work, yeah, talking to you, the one with the drawer right here with the little midday snack, you got to let that go till February. The reason I say February because I'm hoping that you have such good results in January that you like, you know what? I may wait till March.
Well, now that they're excited to do this, let's shatter their hopes and dreams and give them the bad news. But it's also good news. So the bad news is that you're not going to be drinking any beer or wine for 31 days. Yeah. Too many carbohydrates, doesn't fit the mold, not going to happen. I'm sure there'll be people that modify their challenge because of that. But if you're doing the true challenge, now what about alcohol?
Well, I will say this.
What about liquor? Not liqueurs, because we know they're full of sugar. What about tequila, bourbon, scotch, whiskey?
Beer is 100% out.
Because it raises your estrogen levels. It's a complete scam on men and women. And
for men and women, especially,
and it's poison. Tell them. Tell them the whole thing. It's poison. Don't drink it.
Especially during this challenge, beer will derail you faster than anything. If you're truly doing keto carnivore, and you're going to notice that if you normally can have 2 or 3 drinks, a half a drink is going to have you absolutely hammered. So be very careful if you decide to alter 1 day or 2 days. Maybe you got an event, whatever.
Have Uber on your app phone and be ready to go.
You're not going to be normal. Believe me when I tell you, I think I had a personal experience that might have convinced me that is the fact.
And that's from a guy who's probably bigger and weighs more than you.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. And I'm trying to tell you, if you do that while you're clean like that, and you have, I can have that second one, the lights go out. And but if you happen to be in one of those situations and you're going to do it, just don't do the beer or the wine. Again, just for the month. If you got to have something, have the tequila shot, bourbon, vodka, no chasers. No chasers, except you can maybe do a twist of lime or something like that, but nothing with sugars because all the chasers, the rum and Coke,
That's where the sugar is.
the margarita mix, all
And the
of these other things,
Red Bull and vodka,
Red Bull,
chemicals on
all of
top
it.
of chemicals.
So I'm more concerned about the sugars even more than the chemicals, and y'all know I hate chemicals, but I'm more concerned about the sugars during this challenge because the sugars is not going to allow your body to release that stubborn body fat that you've been dying to get rid of, and that's why I want to have every woman that can hear this on this challenge because I swear to God, I don't know a woman, especially over 35, that is not saying I got 10 pounds to lose. So damn it, this is the time to do it. I want to see all the women sign up. I promise you, one of us, all of us, me, I will be there to support you every time you leave a comment in the chat, every time you have a question in the chat. We can even refer you to this. Hey, and there's so many recipes out there. So many you can use. YouTube has millions of people that have these keto recipes and carnivore recipes. Use them. We're not telling you can't season and salt your food. That you need that because that's going to replace the carbohydrate. The salt is what's going to help. This ticker you got here, it needs salt. So, and this brain up here needs the fat. So we're going to give the body what it needs, what it's asking for. And then in return, it's going to take away what you don't need and allow that waistline to shrink a little bit and show these, wonderful abdominals that I've been protecting for years with this coat of fat. So, but
Well,
this is a great time.
Let's also make it clear that we want to encourage you to do this, not discourage you.
Yeah.
So look, you slip up on day 14 and eat a box of candy because it's calling you.
Yeah.
Jump right back on right after that candy box is empty. Give yourself a pass if you have to.
Yep.
Forgive your discipline, let's say mishap.
Right.
And just jump right back on.
Yeah.
Because just because you make one mistake doesn't mean you're out of the challenge. We'll never talk to you again. That's not what we're here for.
That's not what we're here for. We just want you to try it. And like he said, if you happen to have a stumble, just don't fall. Stumble, get down, get up, dust off. Let's get back in the saddle.
Well, let's say we want to.
Somebody's going to slip.
Let's say we want to start January 1st. But we had too much fun on December 31st.
Okay.
For whatever reason, we were watching fireworks, we were hanging with friends, we were at the beach, which not everybody outside of Florida can understand because they're not going to the beach.
They're not going to the beach.
But how do we mitigate the situation on January 1st?
Because
they might be a little drunk.
They might be a little drunk there. So that's kind of why I wore this coming into this show. Because you might be drunk on the 31st.
Or the first still.
And still on the first.
How
it's a
crazy
lot of football games going on and this, that, and that. I get it. But like Drew said, we're going to walk you into this thing. So the only thing I would say is if you hung out there and let's say you're off on the first, you wake up in the morning, your body is going to need something to help you recover. So I would definitely wake up that morning and have some water, just to, kind of replace that brain, that hydrated brain, because that's why it's hurting so bad because it's dehydrated. Have some water, have some bacon and eggs, no toast.
Bacon is like magic for a hangover. I don't remember what the science is behind it, but
it's amazing.
But whatever the science is behind when you fry bacon or cook bacon in the oven, it's
salt and the fat.
There's another chemical though. Maybe you could be my eye in the sky and look it up. But bacon cures hangovers. It's like a fact.
Well, I just know that if you don't have the carbohydrates in your system the next day, it allows you to eliminate, faster, which will alleviate your hangover a lot faster. So, and then that's also meal one going into your carnivore plan or keto carnivore plan, to be able to eat like that and just eliminate the bread, and then maybe that later that day. So here's another question that I get a lot is, can I eat out? It's tough. You can do it. Even you can go to a steakhouse. You don't really know what they're cooking it in. And so that that's a tough one. So even if you ate out that day, let's say you had you ordered Wingstop because you just felt like, man, I'm having this massive thing going on. Okay, get them naked, eat the wings. But you just don't order the fries. See, it's a compromise here. You can still do it. You get stuck. You're out. You go to Wendy's and you're like, man, I gotta have something. Order the triple cheeseburger and fling the bread off. Don't get the fries. There's still ways you can. Again, is it the best? No, but it's the best option you have at that time. Because that way, I don't want to hear anybody say, I was in the situation they didn't have something. Yeah, even if you went to McDonald's, you can still order the quarter pounder, get a double quarter pounder, flip the bread off, just leave the devil fries alone. Don't even smell them because it's going to make you break and and do that. So these are tips and tricks that I still use today, and people, I do it on purpose. Go to a restaurant, order a big nice burger, and then flip the bread off, and the waitress will come back and be like, "Was something wrong with it?" Nah, I just didn't want it.
Look, and people say like carnivore's so expensive. If you
No.
don't eat out at all for a month,
Yes.
you can see
You're going
in
to
your credit card statement or your debit card statement that you actually wound up saving money.
Yes, you do wind up saving a ton of money, and I promise you. And then you're not gonna want it because your taste buds change, and you're gonna be like, man, the food I was making at home was amazing. Uh, Coffee, tea, obviously water, salts. Don't shy away from the salt because when you're coming off of this, but get good salt. Get the red salt,
Sea salt.
the Mediterranean salt, the sea salt. Doing things like that because that's going to help you to get through because it does satisfy you. I make a water. I have a bigger than that cup, and I make it with ice water. Uh, have a quarter teaspoon of salt. I will take like liquid ginger, just and because I'm psyching myself up. I'm not really putting nothing in there, and then maybe do a squeeze of lemon. I ain't doing nothing, but it's just drinking water. It's making me feel like I'm having something. Bone broth. For those that you can use bone broth. Bone broth have good salts. Especially use the beef bone broth. Say that 3 times fast.
Bone
Beef
broth.
bone broth.
We'll
Blah,
have
blah,
plenty
blah.
to make with our whole cow.
And so when you get done eating your steaks, don't throw the bones away. Save those bones, cook them down, make your own bone broth. It's amazing. I made oxtail bone broth last year. It was like drinking oxtail. It was it was insane, but it was good. Don't throw your bones away, because all the marrow inside of those things, is so nutritious. So you can do that, and the recipes are everywhere. You can find recipes anywhere out
Go to
here.
Podcast Twins.
Podcast
Just go to
Twins.
Podcast
There's some great
Twins.
recipes on Podcast Twins.
And we
but-
got video to show you how to do it.
yeah, and we're gonna make you laugh while we're doing it.
It's my daughter's favorite episodes.
What I can see the video ticks every time.
Yeah, we watched it like 5 times.
And we're going to do, because we are going to, within that month, make the Keto-Carnivore pizza. So you're going to see a whole lot of us in the month of January. But we just want you to try it. Just commit to trying it. Like he said, we don't want to punish you. We don't want you to feel like you're in jail or nothing like that. We're just asking you to be nice to yourself for 30 days. Just be nice to yourself. And I promise you, you don't have to do ribeyes. You can go get the big thing of ground chuck and eat that every day. Take that handful of that ground chuck, scramble it up with some eggs. Boom, there you go. That's a meal right there. Make hamburger patties. Boom, do it like that. You can go get you a slice of cheese. Try to get the good cheese, real cheese. And you can see that in the ingredients. Get real cheese and make yourself 2 patties and just go to work. Trust me, you will be full. You will be so satisfied.
You will be full.
And then you're walking around like, man, I didn't eat that much. But you're not feeling like, oh, you'll never have that feeling of, I can't eat no more. I'm gonna pass out.
let's get into the bones of this thing. Let's talk
Okay.
about the
More
logistics.
bones. Don't forget,
So
don't throw your
Vince and
bones away.
I
Cook 'em.
are gonna take some pictures before. We're gonna take some measurements before, and we're gonna encourage you to share those measurements. You don't have to do it publicly if you
No.
don't want to. If you want to, great. It'll make for really interesting content if you do.
Absolutely.
But the idea here is January 1st or December 31st, I look like this. These are my
Right.
measurements. This is what I weigh.
Right.
And then January 31st or February 1st,
February 1st.
yeah, here's the new pictures.
Right.
Here's my new weight. Here's my new measurements. And this is how my pants feel or whatever,
Right.
Whatever else.
So measurements, get a tape measure. We're gonna go across the chest, across the stomach itself, like around the belly button, around the waist. Okay, bicep, quadricep, around your thigh. Those are the measurements that you want to do. Then you want to get in your skivvies, in your underwear or a swimsuit or whatever, and do a front shot, side shot, and the back shot. Okay, and save those. That's day one. Put those to the side, write those numbers down, and then, like he said, 31 days later, we're gonna ask you to do that again. You can do it for yourself, but again, we're about helping people. So if you think that your story may turn around and help somebody else, so when you do put it in there, we'll have a space where you can say, yes, you can go public, or no, it's private. It doesn't matter to us either way. We just want you to do something to be nice to yourself. Let's not poison yourself for 30 days.
What else do we need to tell them, Vince?
Wow. We did that going out. And again, oh yeah, cheap carnivore. So I was hitting on that. I'd rather you have 3 hot dogs, bunless. Oh, condiments. I'd rather you have 3 hot dogs with mustard on there, not ketchup, because ketchup is full of sugar.
You can make your own ketchup.
I was been getting ready to go there. Unless you make your own ketchup, unless you make your own barbecue sauce that is not full of sugar, you can use those. But like the spicy mustard, that's one of my go-tos because I can do that. And other little condiments like that. But again, I'd rather you have 3 hot dogs with no bun on it than to have one bad, bowl of pasta.
If you cook the burgers and the steak and the elk and the bison and the turkey and the chicken and the fish the right way,
Yeah.
you shouldn't need any condiments.
You shouldn't,
You can
but-
make it flavorful enough, and as your taste buds change, and I noticed this when I did it, I didn't want anything but more meat.
Yeah, I mean, and I get it, but I'm saying you're going to have some people that want, those are questions that's going to come about. Can I put this, that, and the other on it? Salt is your favorite. Salt and pepper is going to be your number one go-to. All your spices that you want, you can use all the spices you want, to jazz it up. But again, you don't want to use anything sugar-based. You're going to read every single solitary label that you use, usually because when you pick up that pack of meat, it just say meat. It ain't got no ingredients on there. But watch the stuff that you put on there. Okay, so again, be a label reader when it comes to that. And again, we'll be able to help with that. But again, you can do carnivore very cheap. Ground beef, try to do the beef hot dogs.
Eggs are not that expensive anymore.
Eggs came back down. They're no longer the cost of diamonds. And for me personally, I do eggs twice a day during this time period because I like them. They're cheap and they help fill me up and they give me everything I need. So I do that twice a day with different types of meat. And I'm telling you, you do this, be nice to yourself. Even barbecue ribs, if you season them right and you don't even need to put any sauce on there. The sweet sauce is a trap because it makes you want more. Remember, once you start having the sugar, it makes you want more.
The addiction kicks right back in.
So you want to not do anything sweet. That's why going out can be tricky. But again, ask for sauce on the side or no sauce if they can do it. So again, you can still be social. Hey, you're gonna have water and lemon that dinner. You want to be fancy, you can get the bubble water with the. I don't care. But I usually just do the water with that when I'm very strict. And again, we're gonna try to be really strict because we are trying to really have tremendous results.
Well, and you that leads perfectly into, I know I can do carnivore for 31 days, no problem.
Yes.
You said you had an additional challenge for me personally.
Boy, that's why I was getting ready to go.
And I said, you know what, I need to do that anyway. So the challenge to me for the 31 days is not just to go carnivore, but it is also to work out every single day for 31 days.
Yes.
So I don't care if I do Pilates one day.
Yes.
I don't care if I do yoga one day. I don't care if I do push-ups and sit-ups and hangs, and now I can do a chin-up because I'm not a fat ass anymore. Whatever it is, I'm going to share that with everybody, and I'm going to say, this is what I did today.
So I want to see Drew. I want to see Drew add muscle during this challenge.
That's right.
So Drew is going to do resistance training throughout this process. And that's the difference for him. Like he said, the eating has become no problem. But again, he's gotten so small.
Got to go to the next level.
We want to now shape him. So we're going to start him doing resistance. And you don't have to go to the gym to do resistance. You can literally do almost everything at home. And we'll be showing you some little tricks to the trade with that too. But that's the issue for Drew. Also, for any of my women that's joining, that's going to be your challenge. I want you to do resistance training 3 days a week. And we're not talking about as one of the doctors on there, the mamby-pamby 2-pound weights. We're talking about really putting your body under a little stress while it's doing this, because you got this high quality protein going in you. You want to let it activate and help to repair that muscle that you're going to now tear.
Well, I got the next step further then.
Go.
Let's talk about how those things, the diet and the exercise, help the people that are already getting their jump start from an Ozempic or a Trizepatide or a Mounjaro or one of those types of drugs.
If you're already
and
on
you've
it.
said many times, like, hey, if that's the jump start you need, go for it.
Go for it.
And, we don't necessarily agree wholeheartedly on that, but if you are taking those things, let's talk about why this challenge and adding the exercise will help you immensely.
Well, if you're on any of the GLP-1s, any of them, I don't care which one it is, if you're not resistance training, if you're not weight training, if you're not doing something to build muscle, you will lose a ton of weight, but a lot of that will be your muscle. So eating keto-carnivore, jamming that protein into your system, and then using resistance training will help drastically reduce the muscle loss. Drastically, especially in women. You losing, basically, if a woman lost 20 pounds, statistics have started to show that they're losing over 10 pounds of that is muscle and bone density. So please, if you're doing it because you need to lose that weight, do it. But resistance training, I don't care if you're getting on the floor doing girl push-ups. I don't care. Do something where you're training your muscles, you're squatting, you're doing something to help build and preserve that muscle. Because when you come off of that and you haven't developed a good program to sustain yourself, you'll gain that weight back before you can blink twice. It'll come back on you. So you already have to have a great exercise program. You already have to have a great training mentality as far as eating. And so if you've been accustomed to eating primarily meat for 6 months while you're doing this drug, when you come off, you're going to still stick with that same principle, and you'll still find yourself staying full. So this is what I have a friend right now that's in that process, and I say, well, here's the way: fix your plate the way you normally fix it. I don't care, and they, because they think they're on that drug, they can eat whatever. Fix it. Eat all the meat first, and then
the vegetables.
Then go to greens, and then if you have any room left, touch into the potatoes or whatever the case may be.
So don't do that in January.
But you know what they wind up doing? They eat that. They have some of the vegetables. They don't have any room for it because the GLP-1 has already made their stomach shrink up. And if they do it, it's just a taste, maybe one or two. And it's an amazing thing because
It's a
eventually
step in the right
it's
direction.
a step in the right direction. And what that does is helps you train for when you come off, because you most of you won't take it forever. And when you come off, you need to have a real solid plan in order to not have that snapback, which is amazing. But
Well,
again,
and you know what Harley told me from the beginning was, if you get burned out on just meat and you need to treat yourself, he doesn't call it cheating,
right.
go keto.
Yes.
Right? Just go keto for a
Yeah.
few days or a week or a month or 2
And
months.
keto's fun.
And then slip back to carnivore
Yeah.
for a month and then go keto again.
And
And you do carnivore 85-15.
Yeah.
Maybe 5% of the 15 is keto.
Oh no.
Maybe 12% of the
More
15
because
is keto.
I do cheese, I do the avocados, I do other healthier fats. Even the well, technically they would say butter is a keto thing because it's as opposed to the lard that came from or the tallow, so that came from the actual meat itself. So yeah, I combine those two. My philosophy is if it doesn't have sugars, starches, and all these other poisons
Well,
in
we're
them.
big fans of
Let's one ingredient
foods,
foods.
right?
Let's eat that. So again, we're just excited, man. We excited. I know we get deep down into this
Let's
thing. I am so
go.
excited to see how many people accept this challenge. And again, this ain't no damn New Year's resolution. It's not, because you're going to resolve to just be a better human. I'm just asking you to be nice to yourself by not giving yourself poisons for 30 days.
I like it.
That's it. I just want you to be nice to yourself. So you're going to go ahead and have this. You're going to be, sipping over the next couple of days. If you are a sipper, that's fine. Just make sure that you pre-hydrate going in. Make sure you have some salt. Take care of your brain. And
I mean, there's going to be two kinds of people in this world after this challenge: people that completed it and people that didn't. Which do you want to be?
30 days. You can do anything for 30 days.
Well, 31, but
31 days. And I promise you, if you do it 70% right, you're going to feel changes in your body that's going to make you question, even as Rogan said, I often ask myself, why do I ever go back? And this is a guy who fights and MMA and doing all this and trains like a beast. And
so the choice is yours. World Carnivore Month is January. We're doing the challenge with Podcast Twins, so or we're not.
Because we what we did, guys, is we piggybacked off of Dr. Sean Baker. Dr. Sean Baker's been doing World Carnivore Challenge for a number of years. Very successful. Has helped thousands and thousands of people convert themselves and help heal their own body because meat heals. And so we're just piggybacking off of that. So you may see a hashtag on there that's tagging Dr. Baker in there because it's a whole community of people that are going to benefit from this.
It's going to be fun for us.
It's going to be a blast.
This is going to be fun for us, and anybody that jumps on the bandwagon.
I'm sure I'm going to be responding 100 times a day, and I hope to be responding 200 times a day because I hope that you guys are putting out that much questions, concerns, anything we can do.
Stories, everything.
Yeah. And so, my last recommendation is you keep a journal. 30 days, 31 days, keep a journal. I don't care if it's a digital journal. I don't care if you physically write it down. I prefer physically writing it, old school, but just how you feel every day. You don't have to keep a journal of what you ate. Just every day how you feel. Was it a struggle? Because eventually one of those days will say it got easier today. And so I'm looking to see in your journal, in your journaling, when that change happened.
Day 16 for me.
Day 16 for him. And then you're going to find out what your why is. You're going to find out what your real why. Why do you do certain things? And then it's going to make you turn around. You're going to go to that next function and it's going to have all the free donuts in the office. And you're going to say, do I really want to have that donut or can I live without it? Hey, skip that one and have one the next time. So the next time you have to make that same question to yourself again. It's just a beautiful thing. And those that know me personally know I'm a wild dude. When I do my 85-15, it can get crazy. But if you know me, you also see me when I was damn near 300 pounds and how I had to make these changes to get healthy and how I came off all that medication. And I just had my blood work done because this is my birthday month, and how they are still in amazement that I have not taken that medication since 2017.
And you're
When I,
better than ever.
and I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing. So
Well,
just try it.
here's what I want out of you guys that are doing this with us. I want you to get such phenomenal results that you just get so used to people complimenting that haven't seen you in 2 weeks, a month, 3 weeks, whatever the case is, and you get so used to people complimenting you on how good you look and asking you
What are you
what
doing?
you're doing,
And
that you just get so used to it that you're like, yes, thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. That's nice of you to notice.
And the first thing when you tell them is they're gonna say, "What about your cholesterol?" Just give them what I like to
Go
call.
ahead, get up on the soapbox,
Get 'em-
Vince.
you know,
Tell them about their
no,
cholesterol.
I'm just gonna give them the shit-eating grin. You're gonna say, "My cholesterol will be fine." That's all you're gonna give them, because there's no need to get into it, because I'm only doing it for 31 days. Once we cross that threshold and you stay, we'll talk more. We podcast owners have many videos talking about how triglycerides are the only thing that matters when cardiac hit. But again, we'll talk more about all
Well,
that
and it's like
later on.
Harley said to us when he came on,
Yeah.
when we were talking about carnivore, because Harley got me on it in the first place, one of the two main influencers. And he said, look, if you wind up doing this and then you get great results and you feel amazing, why on earth would you stop?
Well, that's going to be the question that we're going to ask them come February 1st. So
Okay.
that's what we're looking for. So I just want you to buckle up for the ride. It's going to be a good year. We're going to start 2026 off perfect. We're going to have a good time. And again, you'll notice it's you think it's going to be expensive, but it's not. I promise you, because most of you go to lunch at work every day, spend anywhere between $12 and $20 for lunch. You won't be doing that. And you won't have to go to Starbucks. Man, go buy a coffee pot. Because coffee is going to be your friend. Coffee helps because it blunts your hunger when you're in the early phases. If you're a coffee or a tea drinker, you utilize that. Just don't put the garbage in it. If you have to put something in it, put a few drops of heavy cream. Why? Because there's no sugar in the heavy cream versus the milk or half and half. Literally, go get the one that says heavy cream where you got to shake it up.
Another trick with tea is putting some fresh mint in it.
Yeah, I mean,
Put a little fresh
right.
mint in there, let it steep, and then you got mint tea. Whatever
tea.
kind of tea, mint added to it.
Just don't put the sugar in there. I don't even want you to get the sugar replacements just yet. Again, the stevias and all that. Not just yet. Let's try to do the first week. Let's walk. We're going to crawl the first week. But let's sign up. That's step one. So click the link below. Make sure you sign up. Follow us on the Facebook page and on the WhatsApp. We will be communicating. You can inbox us on either one. And again, the more people communicate, because if you got a question, I'm sure that person next to you got the same question. So drop the questions down there and we're going to have a good time, man. We're going to have a good time. We're going to change our bodies, but we're going to improve our health. Those of you that are taking medication, continue to take your meds. Continue to take your meds as scheduled. I know. I'm not going to send you to that person in the white coat, but if you are on blood pressure medication, check it, because probably towards the end of the month, you're going to notice that those points are coming down. Those points are going to come down, especially while you're taking the med. So if you're getting a little dizzy, that means your blood pressure is coming down. And this is not medical advice, but I'm just saying, make sure if that's what you're doing, just take your blood pressure at the beginning. in the middle towards the end of the month, and you'll start to see that your vital signs will start to improve. If you have skin issues, you're going to notice your skin is clearing. Women love to have clear skin. You're now going to be eating foods that's going to make your skin glow. Pimples are a thing of the past because there's no more that's coming out of your skin. I'm just trying to show you that it's so many positive things just to stop eating the garbage.
When in doubt, eat some more meat.
When in
That's
doubt,
the easiest
eat
thing.
meat.
Eat some meat.
And I like to have my meat with a side of meat. So it's nothing for me. Y'all see, I'll have a ribeye steak with 4 strips of bacon. That's dessert. It's a beautiful thing. Sausage. I love sausage. I would the big the ones from Costco.
I forgot to tell you, I had some guys at 6 Degrees
Okay.
come up to me based on Ed Colo's recommendation, and they were like, oh, the one guy is a Jamaican guy, he wants to make Jamaican jerk chicken.
Okay.
The other guy's a Paisan, he wants to make sausage and peppers.
Okay.
So I came up with, what about a chef challenge for Podcast Twins? Where you and I and maybe Kirsten or Ed are the judges, and they cook some proteins for us, meat style.
Well, we're gonna be shooting a lot of content in January.
They were open to it when I was like, hey, what
gonna-
about a chef challenge? They were like, we love it, let's do it.
We're going to be shooting a lot of content, so that might happen. So you'll still get your weekly Tuesday dose of us, but there's going to be a lot more because of this month of the challenge. So we're going to be flooding your airwaves over the next.
It's going to be a lot of fun,
next
man.
month. So
more internet usage than I'd like, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're gonna bring them on into.
I'll be all right.
Bring them into the internet world. So
I want to do this because I want to give back to our audience.
Yeah, and so again, that's how we're gonna say thank you back is by helping us help you.
Amen.
Help us help you.
World Carnivore Month, January, with
Yes.
the Podcast Twins. Sign up with the link below, and the Podcast Twins are out until next week.
That's all we got to say. Eat meat.
Eat meat.
All right,
Podcast
guys.
Twins are out.
We're out.